Why are you so scared to not be attractive to hoe-ass women? This is a video specifically made for young men that know they're gonna want a relationship. Please give me the next like 2 minutes because I can pretty much guarantee, especially if you're not really that good with women, so you've been getting your advice from online, maybe you used to watch me, the Red Pill community, you're being led astray, and I want to get you out of the path that you're going down because I know it's not the right way to look. Have you ever heard the dating advice like just be yourself and you thought it was super cringe and you didn't really listen to that? It actually might be the most based advice you could possibly get. The fundamental problem with that type of advice, and I used to give this advice, right? Like I got my first 1,000,000 followers off of giving this surface level advice. It's just based on attractiveness, right? Like making yourself more attractive, like 5 tips to be more attractive to girls and stuff like that. So it's just about attracting lots of women. Problem is, yes, some of the advice is good, right? Like getting your fitness up, focusing on money. Like some of that advice is generally good, but a lot of the advice is to, not text back as fast, be kind of toxic. And all you do when you have this type of advice and you start to do it, it works. Number one, if you've done it, you know it works. But you just attract the lowest quality tier of women possible. Literally attracting the women that are used to sleeping with a guy and then that guy leaves her on red, starts leaving her on delivered, and like acts uninterested after sleeping with her. You're learning to attract the girls that literally post their ass on social media. That is what you're learning to attract. Then you start to play these games and you start to attract like the party girl that slept with like 5 guys in the last 10 days. And arguably one of the worst feelings will happen when you actually get in a relationship with that person, because then you start to realize that they don't even actually know who you are even in the slightest. So asking them for things or trying to get the relationship that's actually going to be most helpful for you and your growth and your goals and your ambitions, it isn't with this girl, and this becomes useless and toxic. Like imagine trying to explain to that party girl that maybe you need a little bit of reassurance or having a little bit of anxiety. She's probably just going to find it cringe and you're going to be seen as like less attractive in her eyes. Why would you want to date somebody like that? This actually just happened to me a few days ago, so I can share this with you. There was a girl I was talking to. She was super pretty, but she thought me believing in God was just a facade. Like when she actively found out that I actually believed in God, the delivery times on the messages went from like, a few minutes to like hours. Imagine if you did spend the time to work on yourself, so you put your fitness level and your goals and your finances and stuff at this really high tier level, but then you were also just super honest about who you were. So then when you actually projected this energy out into the world with these girls, they knew exactly who you were, they knew exactly what you wanted. You could be honest. Imagine being able to say to a girl, like, I like you, and it didn't come off as cringe, and she actually kind of felt the same way. Imagine that, and imagine how great that relationship would be. That's what you should be chasing if you don't want to do surface level shit